Hey everyone, it's Kathy.
And Paul here with iDulting.
We're here to help you navigate the crazy world of adulting.
Because let's be real, it's a wild ride. We'll be dropping tips, sharing stories,
And maybe even spilling some embarrassing secrets along the way.
so get comfortable, grab your favorite drink, get ready to laugh, learn, and level up your adulting game. This is iDulting. Don't forget to like, follow, and or subscribe, and share this podcast. Head over to iDulting.com for more information and to submit questions for us about iDulting.
And maybe even pick up some of our new merchandise. And if you know any fellow adults who need some guidance, send them our way.
I just want to let everybody know we've partnered with Dubby Energy Drinks. It's very flavorful, healthy, uncomplicated formula. They have hydration, they have energy drinks, they have some other merch on their website. You can check them out at dubby.gg. And if you enter the code iDulting10 at checkout, you'll get 10% off. Go check it out. Enjoy. On today's episode, we're going to time warp you into a different world.
At least maybe a different mindset.
We hope. We found another one of those young people terms.
It's called Glimmer Hunting. I went down the AI rabbit hole and looked to see what was trending. A lot of ideas came up, but this one kind of grabbed my attention.
Mine too. Another good idea that some young person came up with. Totally new.
Or at least latched onto and decided to make it popular.
The packaging is new. That's true. It is kind of cool and feel good.
It is feel good, and I want some of these podcasts to be a little more feel good, as do you.
That's very true.
So what we're going to talk about today is called Glimmer Hunting. It's the intentional practice of searching for glimmers, tiny micro moments of joy, safety, or peace in your everyday life.
And they're out there. I like to call it mindfulness and enjoying it in my day. But I'm now going to be glimmer hunting. This sounds like a good hobby. We're going to go on glimmer walks.
Think of it as a positive counterpart to triggers. While a trigger is an external cue that sends your nervous system into a fight or flight stress response, a glimmer is a cue that signals your brain that you are safe, calm, and okay.
Doesn't just saying the word glimmer make you feel happy?
It does.
It does. It's a
like
happy word.
Sparkly.
Yeah. Shimmery. I'm shimmering. The core concepts. Where did this come from is one of the first things we had to look at. And the term was coined by a licensed clinical social worker, Deb Dana, in 2018. It is rooted in Polyvagal Theory, which explains how our autonomic nervous system scans the environment for signs of danger or safety. A lot of words for the inner workings of your body, some of which we control, some of which we don't. We're going to talk about taking back a little control of that today.
Now, glimmers are essentially grabbing onto micro moments. Unlike major life milestones, like a promotion or a wedding, glimmers are tiny and fleeting, often lasting only a few seconds.
They have actual biological impact. When you notice a glimmer, it activates your parasympathetic nervous system, lowering your heart rate and reducing your evil cortisol. That's the stress hormone.
Some common examples of glimmers. Glimmers are highly personal, but they often fall into sensory categories.
Sight is one of them. The way sunlight filters through a window, seeing a stranger's genuine smile, or a vibrant color of a flower.
Sound, hearing your favorite song in a grocery store, the sound of rain on a roof, or a cat's purr.
Smell or taste, the scent of fresh coffee. That one gets me every time when you're up before me and I open the door and can smell the pot of coffee. The smell of air after it rains. The first bite of a favorite meal.
And then there's touch, the warmth of a heavy blanket, a soft breeze on your face in the summer, or the texture of a smooth stone.
So how are we going to practice this glimmer hunting while we're all shimmery and happy out there? Since our brains have a natural negativity bias, we evolved to scan for threats. That goes way back. In the Wayback Machine, there were these things called dinosaurs and saber-toothed tigers. They would eat us. Therefore, our brains are wired to look for dinosaurs and saber-toothed tigers naturally. Glimmer hunting requires a bit of mental training first.
Set an intention. Start your day by telling yourself, I'm going to look for one small moment of peace today.
I think mine is going to be, I'm going to look for glimmers in the day. Second, savor the moment. When you find one, don't just check it off your mental list. Stop for 10 or 20 seconds and really feel the sensation in your body. Does your chest feel lighter? Do your shoulders drop? Do you stand up taller? Find out what's going on in that moment.
Keep a glimmer log. Write down 2 to 3 glimmers before bed. This trains your brain to start hunting for them automatically during the day.
Share them, particularly if you've done a podcast where we've talked about it. Now, I'm sure there's going to be some glimmer giggles in our days when I'm telling Miss Kathy about them. Telling a friend about a glimmer you've found actually doubles the effect as you relive the positive sensation while sharing it.
By consistently glimmer hunting, you aren't ignoring the hard parts of life. You're simply building your nervous system's capacity to handle stress by reminding it what safety feels like.
Now we're going to start building a glimmer menu. It isn't about adding more tasks to your to-do list. Thank goodness everyone's list is long enough. It's about identifying the teeny sensory wins already hidden in your day. Since your routines are already built into your day, your glimmers will likely be found in the transition between those high-effort moments.
Here are some personalized glimmer menus designed to align your daily rhythms and goals.
We'll call it the iDulting Daily Glimmer Menu.
In the morning, the first breath lift, the specific feeling of your lungs expanding during your morning breath work before you check your phones.
That first sip of coffee, the warmth of your morning coffee or tea hitting your throat while the house is still quiet.
The golden hour light, noticing how the sun hits the wall of your home or gym at a specific time every morning.
Midday, some of the things we can do. The Spanish click, that split second during your Rosetta Stone or Babbel session when you understand a sentence without having to translate it in your head.
It doesn't have to be a Spanish click. It could be a French click. It could be a German click. It could be anything if you're trying to learn a new language that makes you feel happy when you realize, I got this, I understand it.
The step rhythm, the steady hypnotic sound of your shoes hitting the pavement.
The cold water shock, the instant sense of reset you get from a first splash of cold water on your face after a workout.
The pet greeting, the funny way your pet runs towards you when they see you. There's even some evening menu items. This is the wind down and connection part of the day. The evening transition, that feeling of peace when you turn off the lights, knowing your work for the day is done.
The culinary scent, the smell of garlic and herbs hitting the pan when you're cooking a clean, healthy dinner for yourself.
The conversation flow, that moment during a conversation where the it clicks and you both start laughing.
The fresh sheet feeling, the literal physical relief of sliding into bed after a day of 100% effort, knowing you've hit your targets.
Those are just some glimmer moment examples, a menu we'll call it. So how are we going to use the menu? We're going to call it a 5-second rule. You don't need a journal. You don't need a list. When you encounter one of these, just pause for 5 seconds, maybe a little longer if you have it, and think, that's a glimmer. That small act tells your nervous system, we are safe, we are successful, and we are in control.
By acknowledging these, you're reinforcing your internal locus of control, reminding yourself that while the world is chaotic, your experience of it is something you can curate.
Glimmer hunting is more than just a positive thinking training exercise. It is a biological tool used to retrain your nervous system. While triggers act as the gas pedal for stress in the fight or flight system, glimmers act as the brake, signaling your body that it's safe to rest and digest.
Here's a deeper look into the science and practice of becoming a professional glimmer hunter. I want that as my job.
That is a good job. I wonder if it pays well. Who cares? It's full of glimmer. We need to discuss the Polyvagal Theory a little bit so that people understand it. Your nervous system is constantly performing neuroception, subconsciously scanning your environment for cues of safety and or Danger.
The ventral vagal state. When you notice a glimmer, you activate this state. It's the social engagement part of your brain that allows for connection, creativity, and calm.
Now I'm getting into rhythm. Neuroplasticity. That's definitely something that's huge. It'll help you live longer. It's a longevity tool. By intentionally looking for glimmers, you are strengthening your neural pathways to safety. Over time, your brain becomes more flexible, making it easier to bounce back after stressful events. It helps build resiliency.
How to level up your glimmer hunting.
I like leveling up.
To go beyond just noticing a pretty sunset, try these specific techniques.
The 10-second soak. Noticing a glimmer isn't enough. Oh, no, no, no. You have to let it land. When you find one, pause and stay with it for at least 10 to 20 blissful seconds.
There are days where I'm at work and it's cold out and I'm running and I'm stressed and the phone is ringing. When I pull over in a parking lot waiting for a pickup or something else, and I just realize the sun is shining, and I stop and I stand and I face my face to the sun and feel the warmth, and that's my glimmer for the day.
That's a good glimmer. During that time, do you check your body? Did your shoulders drop? Did your jaw unclench?
It does. It's just a nice 5-minute pause.
What sensations do you get? Do you feel warmth in your chest or a nice lightness in your heart or in your head?
I feel the warmth of the sun, but I also feel a calm.
We could go on a glimmer walk, turn our regular walk into a scavenger hunt. Your only goal is to find sensory details that feel neutral or good.
Look for the way shadows move on the pavement. Listen for the specific crunch of gravel or leaves. Feel the weight of your feet hitting the ground.
Want to know a secret about a walk in the woods? If you take your time and settle down enough, the woods start talking to you. Not literally talking like, hello, I'm the woods, but suddenly your senses open up and you hear so much more, so many more birds, so much more in the wind. It's very cool.
Build a glimmer menu. Create a list of things that consistently bring you that sense of safety. Keep this on your phone, notes app, your Keep app, wherever you take some notes for days when life feels heavy.
Then you can revisit it. Some examples would be like the smell of rain. My dog's slow blink. What was that?
He's happy with you.
Well, something. It's okay to love your pet.
It's not okay to love your pet.
Right.
Name and claim. Naming the experiences helps your brain create a stronger positive association. When you see something, say out loud or in your head, this is a glimmer. I feel safe right now.
Can I tell everybody what that actually is?
Sure.
In the neuro-linguistic programming world, you're creating an anchor so that your nervous system can recall those things. By naming it, claiming it as yours, when you relive it or you share it, you can actually bring back the physical effects of it. Oh, we got to turn negative again.
We're not turning negative. It's important to remember that glimmer hunting is not about ignoring the bad stuff.
We don't want to be toxic positive people.
Toxic positivity is kind of when you just say things like, everything's great, just be happy. It invalidates your struggles. But glimmer hunting changes that. It kind of puts in the phrases, this day is really hard, and the sunlight on my desk looks beautiful.
Oh, I get it. So like a tough day. You're having a tough day.
Right. It kind of lets you acknowledge, yeah, you're having a hard day, but that safety and positive things still exist alongside with your struggles.
Almost acknowledging that it isn't a whole bad day. There's bad moments.
And there are great moments.
There's glimmers.
There's glimmers.
There's glimmers of hope every day.
By finding glimmers, you aren't fixing the world. You're simply building your emotional capacity to handle it.
Thank you for listening. Don't forget, you can get in touch with us through iDulting.com, on Facebook, on Instagram.
Just remember, you've got this, iDults. Keep your head up, your spirits high, and keep adulting with us. Go forth and conquer the world, or at least your to-do list.
And don't forget to like, follow, and or subscribe. Tell your friends, share the podcast, and head over to iDulting.com for more information and to connect with us. See you on the next episode. Be safe.